Oh, man. Hello, humans. All right. This always takes a minute to start working. Well, not a minute, like 8 seconds or whatever. Anyway, should be working now. All right. I've been trying to do this at like 5 o'clock. Obviously, I'm, like an hour and a half late. It's because I went over to Deshana's at like 3 o'clock just to go over for a minute. And then she's like, hey, could you help me with a thing? And then, anyway, I got back late. So things that have gone on this week. Hey, wait, to Chifong, how do you say Chifong? To Chifong? So glad to catch you too. Hey, Nepsy and Moon Cricket. Who's Moon Cricket? Cool name. You guys have cool names. Mr. Landfill, there's one I recognize. All right, anyway, another reason I'm a little bit late today is I had visitors today. This is a good thing. Visitors, YouTube watchers. I guess you call them fans. I don't really think of you guys as fans. I just think of you guys as other cool people. So this guy messaged me a while ago, and he's like, hey, I want to take a vacation down to Panama. Can we come visit you? We're going to be traveling through the area. And then he was like, I have a daughter who's 10. And I was like, yes, you bring everyone over, bring your daughter. And anyway, so this guy and his wife came and their daughter, and his daughter and my 4 kids just went crazy for like 4 hours or 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, having fun, running around the house, going. It was great. The guy was pretty cool. His wife was pretty cool. Cool family. So if you guys are watching right now, that was a great visit. Thanks for coming. I'm always a little hesitant when people ask to visit because I have had a few crazes in the past. But it's always super excellent when I get visitors who are just super awesome. And they also brought me some extra food. Oh, he also brought me, hold on. He brought me something else. Oh, where is it? So he brought a few little surprises. Actually, he brought me some binoculars too. But he brought me headlights. He was like, hey, is there anything I can bring you from the States? And I was like, well, I was about to order these headlights for my boat. There are 4 of these. There are 3 more in the box. I only grabbed one of them. But they're 24 volt LED. I mean, they're pretty bright. Just headlights, headlights. They're pretty good, huh? Well, I guess I can show I don't know if they're any good yet, but that's the brand. So yeah, he brought these, and I was like, how much do I owe you for the lights? And he's like, don't worry about it. So that was super cool. And he also brought a bunch of food, like stuff that's right. I don't know. We ate most of it already because, my kids are pigs. And yeah, it was great. Super good visit. Excellent stuff. And earlier this week, or last week, I guess. I don't know. When does the week change? Anyway, on Monday, the last Monday we had, I went on this guy's podcast. And I was meaning to put a link to his page on here. He watches these live sometimes. So if he shows up, you'll know who I'm talking about, whose podcast I did on Monday. Can you throw a link in the comments here or something so people can at least get the link there? That would be super great. Otherwise, I can't remember his name. His name was like Not in a Yurt or something like that. Anyway, I went on his podcast on Monday, and I haven't done anything like that maybe ever. I don't know if I've ever gone on anyone else's podcast where there's like, a bunch of different people there and, interviewed me and stuff. We did like a 2-hour thing. It was cool because he has an audience that's like kind of like my audience, like my kind of people, super cool people. And it was pretty cool. I liked it a lot. So I might have to pop in there every once in a while. He said I could show up anytime. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I wish I remembered. I meant to look up more information so I could share it here, but yeah, I was already like an hour and a half late for my thing. So maybe when I'm done this, I can try to put a link to his channel under everything. I'll try to do that. I'll try to remember to do that. Of course, I haven't eaten dinner yet because I just got here and I've got food here ready to eat, but I'll eat it after this. Anyway, okay. I'll get to your questions in a minute. There was something else I wanted to talk about. This is something I've mentioned a little bit here and there. So, I am currently single and looking for a female companion, right? Everyone knows that by now. And by looking, I mean, I'm not really that actively looking. I talk to people online a little, and when I'm in town, I kind of go out of my way to try to be a little more social than I normally am, but I'm not putting any mega huge efforts. I'm not going on some big events or anything. Anyway, so, if I end up having conversations about this with people sometimes, and I keep getting the same weird feedback from people. There are a few different things. I'm totally not going to remember them all right now. But one of the pieces of feedback I keep getting is that, Jaimie, if you're having problems with women, then there's something wrong with you, and there's something wrong with them, and that's just the way it is, because evolution made women and men, kind of hate each other, because that's the way it's been, like all the way back through history, and that's how it is, and it's totally normal, and this doesn't make, I'm not buying this. This does not make any sense to me. The idea that two genders of the same species are made to hate each other, that doesn't make any sense at all. I'm pretty sure that is culturally constructed. Load of crap. And another reason I think this is because people today don't think for themselves. How are we thinking? We're plugged into these things all the time. Screens. People are constantly getting information piped into their heads. Most people aren't thinking for themselves. They're just doing what these things tell us. And these things are often telling us all this stuff about how men and women don't get along. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, and, battle of the sexes and all this crap. It's just this load of crap. Men and women are made to complement each other. I'm pretty sure that's the case, or else we never would have made it this far. Okay, another big, huge feedback that I get a lot is from other single guys who are like, basically, girls aren't worth it. Forget it. It's just a waste of time. You need to get comfortable being by yourself. That's the ticket. That's the way to do it. Man, that just sounds like quitting to me. And in terms of being comfortable with yourself, for me, that's easy. I've spent huge amounts of time in my life totally by myself, completely alone, completely fine. But I feel like I've done that, And at some point in the past, I made the decision, am I just going to be alone and just be chill and just be comfortable in my own company? Or am I going to be social? Once I had kids, that eliminated the decision. I can't just be by myself anymore. I have to be social. I have to, do stuff. And part of the human experience is to have these human connections, to have friends and lovers, or a lover or whatever, to have this strong human connection and love you, and to just give up on that. It's giving up on a huge piece of what it is to be a human. And I can understand, you can make that choice. It's totally reasonable choice, but I don't think it should be a default, like obviously you should make that choice. You should obviously choose to be alone. No, that is quitting. That is totally quitting. If you're not trying to have a relationship because it's uncomfortable or embarrassing or difficult, you're just being a quitter. And I'm not a quitter. So stop coming at me with this, Jaimie, you need to quit crap. All right. Just shut your pie hole and sit back and think. Think for 4 seconds. Is Jaimie going to listen to me telling him that he needs to quit? No, obviously not. Jaimie doesn't quit. He doesn't give up. I'm not giving up. Yes, trying to find some kind of relationship is super difficult. It's embarrassing and annoying and irritating and uncomfortable, and you have to do all this dumb stuff and like you got to talk to all these people, and most of them are idiots. But what's more important? Like a real human connection and love, or being embarrassed. Like is it worth a bit of embarrassment and discomfort and frustration to potentially meet someone who could then make every day of your life from this point on better? Like how's that even a decision? How's that even comparable? I feel like I shouldn't have to say it, but obviously the potential of meeting someone who makes every day of your life better from that point on, and for whom you can make their life every day better. Totally worth the embarrassment and the frustration, whatever. And so right now I'm in the annoying, frustrating part where, it's just annoying trying to meet someone, and it sucks, and it just sucks. But not giving up. And neither should you. All you guys who keep telling me this crap about, oh, it's not worth it. No, it's worth it. And you know when you're going to realize that? When you're on your deathbed and you're by yourself and you're dying by yourself, and you look back and think, well, I really could have put some effort into that. And maybe I'd be dying with someone right now. I mean, that's whatever. Anyway, I had a couple other points about that, but that's the basic gist. All right, let's see what's going on here with these comments. Moon Cricket says you're a fan. Okay, Moon Cricket, I will be sure to think of you as a fan. That's so cool. I'm not sure which part. Oh no, I whacked my thing. How did they get to your island? Did you pick them up from mainland? I did not pick them up. They actually made it here on their own. So for anyone who missed it, a family came and visited me today. A man and his wife and their daughter. And honestly, I only remember the daughter's name because I called the other two, this girl's mom and this girl's dad. Oh, wait. No, I totally remember their names. All right. Anyway, they came to visit for the day. Their daughter played with my kids. I hung out with the dude, and we walked around the island. I showed them, the lumber mill and the boats and, what I'm doing with the land. And, just talked about stuff. And it was a great visit. And they're staying in a town nearby, and they hired a boat to bring them out here. And just, the guy who was driving the boat dropped him off, and he was like, well, should I wait or should I, take off and come back later? And told them, yeah, come back in the afternoon. So he took off, came back in the afternoon, picked them up, and we had a really great visit. And they took care of the transportation here. They brought a bunch of food to eat. Well, I offered to, I said, if you bring a few ingredients, I can make some food. But then the guy was like, well, we might be picky, so I'll just bring a bunch of food, which is totally fine with me. So he brought a bunch of food. Anyway, yeah, it was great. And he brought me binoculars too. He gave me binoculars and a few other, like a bunch of little stuff for the kids, it was a good visit. It was really cool. They were cool people. I liked them. Maybe they'll move here at some point. Anyway. Yeah, all those kids got along really well, though. That was great. Happy Father's Day. Whoa, it's Father's Day today. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I'm a dad. Happy me day. Great. Happy Father's Day to all you guys, too. But I don't know. Every day is an amazing Father's Day when you're a dad, because being a dad is amazing. Did you pick? Let's see. Sweet, I caught alive. Shadowmancer, how's it going? Happy Father's Day, too. Oh, yeah, I just read that. Bob Carson. Zombie Chopper looks fast. It is fast. I dig your upgrades. If you're still thinking of bringing the Outriggers higher interest, oh no, there's a typo. If you're still thinking of bringing the Outriggers higher interest water, you can flip the Outrigger trusses over. Oh, okay, yeah. So the parts that go out and hold the side pontoons, the Outriggers, they're like this, but I could flip them so they're like that, because it's like a triangle. So instead of like that, I can make it like that. Totally could. I don't think I want to do that though. Shadowmancer says, I'm totally a fan, so much better than Watcher. Pyro says, I don't think the human species is built to have a gender war, but it's possible for that to happen in a species. I asked the black male widow. That's true. But the way humans work, we have two parents raising children, and that gets, you can look at any of these studies about parenting. Two parents works the best. So yeah, there's no reason that the male and female humans should fight with each other. We need to work together. And we need to get rid of all this stupid propaganda that tells us to act stupid, Start thinking for ourselves, because humans we can do so much more than we're doing right now. We can do such a better job. Maters is here. How's it going, man? McBong's Lab. Who's McBong's Lab? Dora Ratcliffe. Happy Father's Day. You're amazing. Well, thanks. Bob Carson says, sorry about the typo. No problem, man. Yeah, I do typos too, totally. Hit the thumbs up, everyone. Okay. Maters, what's going on with you? We haven't seen you in a while. Are you a father? For anyone who doesn't know, everyone knows this. Maters is usually here, but he's been absent for a little while. Pyro says we're obviously not Black Widows. At least most of us. Well, this is part of the problem, is that people are being convinced to be mean to each other, and like it doesn't make any sense in terms of personal relationships or personal fulfillment or any of that. But we're being told to be mean. Well, the reason it makes sense is because people make money off divided people. So, like say I'm a man, which I happen to be, and say I have a wife, which I don't. But say I'm a man and I have a wife. If we have this great loving relationship and we want to spend our time enjoying each other with each other, then we're not out buying stuff. And that's what it all comes down to. All this crap always comes down to money. But if we're watching TV and the internet and everything's always constantly giving us this information that basically says men should hate women and women should hate men, you should always be fighting. Then if we actually listen to that and we start fighting with each other, then instead of spending our time with each other, we're spending our time doing other things, spending money, trying to fill some emptiness in our heart by doing dumb things. So yeah, it all just comes down to money. All these marketing people, they know that divided people are more likely to spend money, because happy people who are spending time together, cultivating their human relationships and enjoying those human relationships, definitely are not spending as much money as people who are just alone and bitter and just trying to fill that void with new shoes. So, and it's really sad to see it happening all the time, because we have potential for so much more. And it's just this greed thing, I don't even want to say the people doing this, because most people will do this, given the option. Most people today are greedy. And it's just become this self-perpetuating thing where when people act in a greedy way, they get all this positive feedback in terms of money, in terms of, wow, you're such a good business person, or you really showed them, or there's so much positive reinforcement for greedy behavior. Greedy and destructive behavior. So a lot of people do it. And if we could just get off that idea that what's good for me is good for me and screw everyone else, and start thinking, wait, if I make the world around me better, then the world is going to be better for me, because I'm in the world. I should be focused on making the world around me as good as possible. Making the people around me happy, making making the world around me, the environment, a beautiful place, because then I get to live there. I get to live with these happy people. I get to live in this beautiful place. But people aren't thinking that way. They're thinking, I need to take as much as possible from the environment around me, from the people around me, and then they end up surrounded by misery and destruction, and they just think, well, I've got money and stuff, so I should be happy, right? I'm so happy. Let me take a picture put it on Instagram and show everyone how happy I am. And then they just go back to being so miserable. It's just a total mess. And it really wouldn't be that hard to fix. There's just a few key things, like stop thinking about just yourself. Start thinking about the world at large. And stop pooping in your own pond. Stop pooping in your own water. Take care of the world around you, and then it'll take care of you. Anyway, well, what am I missing here? Mr. Landfill wants everyone to hit the thumbs up, everyone. What do the people say in the videos all the time? Hey, everybody, hit the like and subscribe and ding the bell and give me a thumbs up and thumbs right up there. Oh, yeah, give me a thumb right up. Oh, man, I don't know. We're obviously not Black Widows. Yeah, okay. Tomaters, what's up? Asks Dan. I love what you have done with your boats. I'm actually really happy with the boats, too. I just took the pedal power off the zombie chopper, the little white boat. And that's the boat this is the reason I went over to Deshana's over at 3 o'clock. I was just testing out the boat and I stopped over there, to say hi for a minute, which turned into like 2 hours of fixing stuff and whatever. Anyway, I brought an amp meter with me on the boat to see how much power the motor's actually using from the batteries. And it's using a little more than the motor's rated for. So I'm pushing the motor kind of hard. Now it's a pretty high quality motor. It should be able to handle it. However, I'm thinking that I might trim the propeller a little bit, like, file some part off of it, or maybe actually cut part off and then, sand it smooth and whatever. Like basically shrink the propeller a little bit, just to reduce the amount of power the motors is outputting and using from the battery. And there's a chance I might actually go faster in that case. It really depends. I'm going to make a video about this, I think. But let me just give the gist real quick. So if the propeller is lower pitch, that means it spins easily and pushes the water slowly, but it can spin really easily. As the propeller gets a higher pitch, it's harder to turn and pushes the water faster. Now, if the propeller is too high a pitch and the motor can't quite spin it at the optimal rate, then you can actually lose efficiency, because you end up let me turn the light on. You kind of end up wasting energy making bubbles. That's kind of an oversimplification, but that's basically it. If your propeller's too high pitch, it's sort of like riding a bike in too high a gear. So I'm thinking if I trim a bit off the propeller and change the shape slightly, I can kind of put it into a lower gear, and I may actually end up going faster with lower power. That would be the optimal situation. Worst case scenario, I trim the propeller a little bit, it uses less power and goes a little bit slower, which it would also be fine. Because, I want this boat for long distance. I would rather kind of take care of the motor and not be hard on the motor and have it last more years and go a little bit slower rather than, max out the speed. Because this isn't a boat that's for racing, short distances or anything. Like I'm going like pretty long distances in this thing. All right, what were we saying? I love what you've done with your boats. Well, thank you, Dora. Dora Ratcliffe. Oh, your friend, Daniel, he does a great Harry Potter impression, I heard. Tomaters have 3 kids, and oldest one is 33 years old. So yes, I am a father. Are you a grandfather, Tomaters? I think being a grandfather is going to be so cool. Tomaters have been working out in the shop. What have you been doing out in the shop? That's cool, man. Watch out for number 1 so you don't step in number 2. Oh, man. McBong's Lab. Are you making things with, what's that stuff called? Marijuana? Anyway, the boats are looking awesome, he says. Bubba Elvis. I gave a like, thumbs up after Jaimie reminded me. Should I be doing that? Should I be reminding people? It's funny. I've been on YouTube for I don't know how long, 20 years, 15, 20 years or something. I don't know. But I only have 77,000 subscribers, which isn't nothing or anything. But you get a special prize at 100,000, don't you? Or I've seen something about that. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't do this for trying to get more subscriptions. No Good Name says, my wife keeps pooping in our pond and it's getting old. That does get old, man. Yeah, that's really frustrating, dealing with someone who metaphorically poops in your own pond, makes your own life difficult. A lot of people do it. It's we can do so much better. Like humans have so much potential that's wasted. It's kind of silly. Yeah, light. Yeah, I turned the light on. Yeah, it's good. Bob Carson says cavitation. Yeah, so if your propeller, well, actually the cavitation is an additional problem. So if your propeller is too high pitch, one of two problems can happen. Your motor can just not be strong enough to really get it going, or you could have some combination of both. Your propeller could be moving kind of like fast enough to waste energy boiling the water rather than going. Just because it's basically like the propeller's trying to go faster than the boat can go. Like you'd either need a bigger propeller or a different shape propeller or a more streamlined boat. Well, anyway, yeah, there are definitely energy losses. I'm probably not getting that much cavitation from the propeller though, because the motor's not that strong. And the propeller is one that I made. It's a fiberglass propeller, so it's pretty easy, to cut it up and sand it and change the shape a little bit. And even if I really had to, I could even add more fiberglass to the fins, but I don't want to do that. Che Fong, grandfather 3-time. Oh, that's amazing. I make, McBong's Lab says, haha, I make electronic stuff mostly. Electronic bongs? Do these bongs bubble themselves? I've never actually taken a hit from a bong. I've never smoked anything. I've never been into that stuff. I've been watching since the Dome and Giant Spider Robot days. Man, that was a while ago. Yeah, it's funny how in Vermont, the Dome was called the Dome. But here, I'm in a dome. This one's even actually more domey than my place in Vermont, but it's not called the Dome. It's just called the Cathedral or Jaimie's Island. What do you think? What do people call this place? Yeah, I think it's mostly just being called the Cathedral or just Jaimie's house. No one really calls it the Dome. Someone probably calls it the Dome. Tomater says, yes, I am a grandfather, have 2 grandkids, been working on a 1975 US mail Jeep. Oh, that is cool. Have to send you some pictures. Totally send me some pictures. That sounds super cool. 1975, that's the year I was born. That's a 48-year-old US mail Jeep. Does it have the steering wheel on the wrong side because of the mail Jeep? Because in these mail trucks, they would have the steering wheel on the side of the sidewalk, so the person driving could like throw stuff out or pick stuff up or whatever, like along the sidewalk, like because normally your steering wheel is toward the middle of the road, not the side. Anyway, let's see. Rumble is a bit more free speech. Bob Elvis. So why are you telling me that? I did recently sign up for Rumble. So Rumble is like a YouTube competitor. Competitor or just an alternative? I don't know what you call it. It's a YouTube-y kind of thing. And you guys probably know this better than me because I'm like never online. But I signed up for Rumble a little while ago and linked it to my YouTube channel. So now all my videos are on Rumble, but other than just linking all the videos there, and it took a few days to download them all. I don't even know if it's done yet. It might still be downloaded. I have a lot of videos. But anyway, all my videos are either on Rumble or being downloaded to there. And partly I did that so I'd have a backup, in case I ever get kicked off YouTube or something, then there's another set of videos somewhere out there. I also have them on hard drives, but I think I have them all, but I could be missing some. Anyway, I'm on Rumble. So maybe I should put this Rumble, a link to my Rumble in my description of my stuff. Yeah, I should probably do that. It's just I'm always busy doing stuff, Mr. Landfill says, burb. I think that means be right back. Have you work on your saw? Have I work on my saw? Are you talking about the lumber mill? Well, I've been using it. The lumber mill works amazingly well. I love it. It's really good. Yeah, it's really good. I've cut a bunch of stuff. I have some wood in here that's cut. I cut a bunch of boards and turned it, took it over to my bandsaw and turned them into dinosaurs for my kids and stuff. So I've been working with my saw. If that's what you're talking about, maybe there's another saw. Your face says you're weird. I have been told that. It was back in grade 5. I think it was grade 5 that I just accepted the fact that I'm a weirdo. Because before that, I always felt like, oh, I'm weird. Oh, people keep calling me weird. And then it was somewhere around grade 5 that I was just like, you know what? I am weird and I like it. I don't want to be like you guys because I like me. I like who I am, I like being weird. And then after that, ever since then, I've just been like, yeah, I'm a weirdo. It's cool. Jaimie, you hooked me with the solar snailer. Beauty. Oh, the solar snailer is in dry dock now. Although it's still totally functional. Tomater says it was a right-hand drive. Just changed it to right-hand drive. And then he corrected saying left-hand drive. So it was, I haven't been in a car in so long. Yeah, you drive on the right side of the road. So usually they're left-hand car and the other passenger will be over there. But then if it's a mail truck, it'll be a right-hand drive and you're driving way over on the side of the road and the middle of the road's over there. So you switched it to a left-hand drive. Got it. Man, why? Drive on the other side. It might be fun. Although that would be a little bit weird if you're used to the other. Only weird people watch Jaimie. Yes. Only weirdos. Jaimie, what's your account name on Rumble? I was trying to find you on Rumble. I'm pretty sure. What is I don't know. What is my name on Rumble? It was one of those things where I signed up, told it to sync with my YouTube channel, and then I haven't done anything else with it. So I definitely signed up. You could probably find me by looking up one of the recent titles of my videos. All right, you know what? I need to get the link to my Rumble and put it in the descriptions here. Although at the moment it's just the same as all the rest of my videos. It's just all my YouTube videos on there. So there isn't anything particularly special there. But I don't know. Maybe there's some goodness about the experience over there. I just thought you built the lumber mill for a big project. I did. So I need to cut boards to build the second and the third floor up here. And that's going to be a lot of wood. So I got the lumber mill done for that. And now I have to start getting logs over here. That's not the only thing I have to do, which is why I haven't done it yet. But I'm working on that. And then I'm going to have to cut a lot of wood to build the second and third floor. But now that I have the lumber mill, I can do the cutting. Bob Carson says, hail to the weird. I think you spelled hail wrong. I think hail to the weird should be H-A-I-L. But that's a weird way to do it, so cool. I'm weird too, says Joseph Blowmeister. Really, Joe Blow? I never would have guessed. Tomatoes is saying hello to Joe Blow. Mr. Dale says, you might be weird, but you're an awesome machine. Thanks, man. Just watch him build his house. Just amazing person. Well, thanks, man. I'll try not to let it go to my head. All right. Well, I'm at the end of comments already. It's only been half an hour. Maybe I should go eat my dinner yet, or no? No. Let me see if I have any more questions here. Or something else I can ramble on about. I don't know. Maybe I'm done talking. Weirdo. Have open mind most of the time. Well, a weirdo is like anyone who's not doing what most people are doing. So, in a crazy society, all the normal people are the weirdos. Like the people who think and make sense, that's the weirdos in a society that doesn't make any sense. So I would definitely not want to be normal in the society we have right now. I would definitely want to be a weirdo. I would greatly prefer to be normal because the rest of the people are also thinking for themselves, being independent, using their brains and stuff. That would be great. But in the case we have right now, where most people just accept whatever they're told and do whatever they're told, think whatever they're told. Yeah, in this case, I would definitely rather be a weirdo. like all you jokers. Have I thought about, oh wait, let's see, Joseph Blaise. Okay, have you thought about aquaponics for food production? Definitely. You know, so I'm making this area at the top of my hill, and I want to, I'm kind of flattening out an area where I want to put a little guest house, and the lumber mill's up there on the side. And I kind of want to have the middle, just this open field of like golf course green grass, the fuzzy grass. I have a bunch here. And I keep thinking, I could put a pond up there. If I put a pond up there, it's going to get in the way of like soccer football games and stuff. But a pond would be pretty cool because I could have fish in there that I could eat, and I could also use to do aquaponics. But I don't know. I think I might just have to do like a sports field up there, because it would be nice to have a place to play frisbee. Well, frisbee I could do across the pond, but like, soccer, football, and little baseball catch and stuff. I guess a lot of it I could do across the pond. But no, I feel like there's got to be another spot that I could put a pond for aquaponics that would be not in the way of potential games. Ooh, wait. Your face says, here's a question. Ooh, I see a lot of people suggest a pedal generator for the small boat. Thoughts? Well, I didn't even read the comments, but yeah, I might do that actually. I was thinking about it because, I don't like just sitting there doing nothing while I'm driving around. So a pedal generator would be kind of nice to have in this case. So I might do that. But I'm only going to do that if I can make it really lightweight. Although the thing is, like, I'm kind of enjoying having the extra space in the boat, because right now the way the boat is, without the pedals there, I can fit 4 kids in the boat, no problem. When the pedals were there, like one kid kind of had to sit up on the front of the boat, and they're all kind of packed in. But now, like, one kid could sit right in front of me, and it opens up a lot of space. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make a pedal generator that's portable, so I can put it in and take it out, just connect it in. I don't know. I'm not going to do it like right now, but it's definitely something I've thought about. Embrace the weird. Sanity is the playground of the unimaginative. Or do you need the crazy weirdness to stay sane? And all the normal people are going crazy. Have you noticed how crazy all the people trying to act normal are? Like, they're all popping all these pills and going to therapy and crap. Like, I've never felt any need to go to therapy, or even any desire. Well, I guess a lot of times people don't feel a desire to go to therapy, but they feel a need. Yeah, I've never felt any need to go to therapy. I just, work it out with my weirdness. So maybe the weirdos are the sane ones, and you need that weirdness to stay sane. Tomaters is classified as a normal weirdo. Excellent. Yeah, I'm a normal weirdo. Totally normal weirdo. I'm going to modify your styrocrete method to include elevator power. Really? I'm going to modify your styrocrete method to include elevator power. Cool. I want to see it. Let me know what you're talking about. Oh wait. Take the bag up to the 8th floor and roll it down the stairs. What could go wrong? Yeah, to mix it up. Beauty. Good thinking, man. Right now I hear some lizards running around on my window. I've mentioned this before. They're like lizards that just live on my windows here. So, and they're always there at night. I don't know why they're always there at night, but they're super cute. Little geckos. Let's see, where am I? Dan Duval. Joe Blow says to Dan, hi, bro. Yes, great end of spring weather here. Yours too? Ooh, it's end of spring? Was this June? I think it's June. I don't even know what month it is. When's Father's Day? I don't know. Take the bag. Oh, yeah. Can you please make an updated video showing the progress of your island like you did at Deshana years ago? Oh, maybe I can do that. Okay, yeah, let me think about it. Let me see what I can do. Enjoyable, pollen-free, extended spring here. Cool. El Nino ushers in some odd weather. Is El Nino doing stuff? We had weird weather this year too. Like all through the dry season, it rained a lot. And then like the rainy season started and it was just hot and dry for like, I don't know, like a month and a half or something. And right now there's this big drought and all these people are out of water. Like the local town, they're out of water and people are going crazy because they have no water and stuff. And it's the rainy season right now. So I don't know. Maybe that's El Nino, the little boy. Jaimie, more space for kids or do you want more kids? I totally want more kids. Are you saying, wait, more space for kids like on my boat? If I get more kids, I'm gonna have to make a bigger boat. Or maybe I could just extend that boat. But I would love to have more kids. I love having kids. Yeah, I totally want to have more kids. But I have to meet someone to have kids with first. So yeah, I gotta work on that, figure that out. That's a tough one. Meeting someone is like, the reason it's so difficult is because it relies on someone else to do something, like someone else to cooperate. Like almost everything else in my life, like all the success that I enjoy in my life right now, it's all stuff I could do totally by myself. Well, not totally by myself. Like I buy things. When I buy a steel pipe, I didn't make the pipe myself. But like it's just kind of a standardized process where I can go and buy a pipe and thing, and then all the stuff that's like negotiable is all stuff I can just do myself. Like I can go get the materials and build this and do that and like go to this place and I can do all the stuff by myself. But man, meeting someone, poof, it's like you need someone else to cooperate with that process. It's a whole other thing. Boat train for kids. Well, maybe I just need to get my kids their own boats when they get big enough. Although, I do have the tiger shark slicer. I could put like 40 kids on that thing. Not that I have 40 kids. I only have 4 kids here. But it's a cargo boat. It has lots of space. I also got the floorboards on that boat. I mean, I'm missing like 2 floorboards right up in the front, but the floor is basically in. So yeah, that boat will hold loads of people. So yeah, I definitely have space for more kids if I happen to get more kids. My working on my dream to bought a let's see if I can decipher the typos. I'm working on my dream to buy a sailboat and get a place like yours. If I can do it, we'll pass by your place. Beautiful, man. Come and say hi. Yeah, totally. The geckos are by your windows because the light from inside attracts bugs. The geckos are hunting. Yeah, that's probably totally what it is. They're there in the daytime too, though. So maybe they've just gotten comfortable being there. Yeah, I don't know. It's just their hangout. Flip from La Nina to El Nino, from Chile to Canada just happened. Oh, I don't know anything about that. So does that mean I'm going to get more weird weather or something? On your old website, you posted image of some swords you made back in the day. Yes, that was amazing. Ever think about making a blacksmithing vid and doing a new sword? Yes, I do want to build a new forge. But that's one of those things that's like, it's not really, what's the word? It's not top of the priority list. Because it's something I want to do, but not something I really need to do. Like, I need to grow food more than that. Ooh, speaking of which, I've started planting things in pots inside. I take this out, in the daytime when the sun's out and then bring it in so it doesn't get destroyed. So, and then I've got some, this one's not looking that great, but I've got some watermelon plants just started here and a few other pots over there with things. So yeah, getting food growing is definitely a higher priority than that. Che Fong says, I never see that, more like hobby. Well, I used to do a lot of foraging. This was at university. After I graduated, actually, I was working at the school and I did a lot of foraging there, which I really enjoyed. I really liked that. And I definitely want to set up a forge. And about my website. So I haven't had a website for a while. And I've been thinking I should just put up my old website again and just keep adding things to that. Because I had this old website before, and I started it, I don't know, geez, it was a long time ago. Like back back at the beginning of the internet, when people actually had personal web pages, I had this website, and I just kept adding things to it over the years. And I only had one rule about this website, which is that I couldn't take anything off. I could only add things. So even if I put something stupid, I was like, well, it's part of my life and it's in there. So just keep going. But then I got rid of my website for a while, and then I started a new one. And the new one I was making with WordPress. And I kind of like how the website was coming out, but I hated working with WordPress. I hated it so much that I just never updated it. And I just got tired of dealing with it and then just stopped doing anything with it. And then I was just like, all right, let me just take it down. So I might put up my old website again and just start, adding things to that again. And the cool thing about that is it includes like a lot of stuff from before I even started doing videos. And there's some cool stuff in there. Like I built a couple houses in Alaska, and one of them I have no video of. It was all just photographs, just pictures. So that's on that website. And then, some old track meets and stuff like that. And just some adventures and things. And yeah, some forging and some little animations I made a long time ago. And, then all the way up to newer stuff. But I might put that website up again. I still have it. It's saved on a hard drive. Jaimie, how about attaching a school bus to a catamaran? You can have a whole village of little Jaimies. Well, the problem with a school bus is it's going to rust and fall apart. But, my catamaran, the tiger shark slicer, I don't know if it's going to be called the tiger shark or the tiger shark slicer. But anyway, my cargo boat, it's like the size of a school bus. I could fit a whole classroom of kids in there, no problem. I remember the old website. So Joe Blow, should I put my old website back up and just start adding to that again? Actually, one of the things I like about my old website is it had a bunch of information about adventure builder values. And on the new website I started working on, I wanted to put a bunch of that stuff on there. But like I said, it was so annoying dealing with WordPress. Maybe other people have whatever patience is necessary to work with WordPress or whatever it was. But I just did not enjoy that process at all. But my old website, it was just all basic HTML, so I could make it on my computer and then just upload the whole thing when it was done. The spicy tiger slicer. Oh, maybe that, no, I don't think so. The spicy tiger slicer. No, it's in the water, so it's got to be a tiger shark slicer, but it might just be the tiger shark. I don't know. For short, I think it's just the tiger shark. And then the full name is the tiger shark slicer, but I think I'm probably just going to call it the tiger shark. But anyway, yeah, my old website had all this stuff about the adventure builder values. And I think that was a really useful thing to have there, because a lot of people went there. They'd hear a little bit about me talking about it in videos, and then they go to my website and be like, oh, okay, this is what this guy's talking about. And it's all kind of, laid out in text and pictures and, clearly barfed out on a page there. Tiger shark fits too. Tiger shark. Yeah, the tiger shark slicer, the tiger shark. It does have tiger stripes on it, so. All right. I think I'm just going to do like 10 more minutes and then I'm going to take off. Here is my brother's page. It is his Jeep. I am doing all the body work and stuff. Oh man, I can't click on it because I'm doing this. If I click on it, it's going to screw it up. But all you guys can click on it. That's cool. Sliced up tiger sushi. Oh man, you guys are nuts. You guys are weirdos. Who is the weirdo? Gonzo in the Muppets. He was definitely a weirdo. Let's see what we got here. Take off, eh? Yeah, I think I'm going to take off here because I'm at the end of comments. If anyone has a last minute question, feel free to ask. Someone's going to ask some huge question. For like, I don't know, like a month straight, someone kept asking. I don't even think it was the same person, but I kept getting like a really like involved like open-ended question, like right when I was leaving. Just, just kind of silly. When are you going to build the guest dome? Can I come help? Well, if you want to come help, send me a message down here. I'm working on, well, I mean, I'm working on it right now, but what I'm working on is flattening out the ground. So when I'm actually doing the building, that's not going to be for a while because I got to get the ground all flattened out. And there's a lot of dirt because up on the top of the hill, it's just like, it's like that. And I want to like flatten out the whole thing. And then, I get to use all that dirt to fill in holes and low spots. And I made a ramp up the side of the hill, like an old Egyptian ramp or something. But yeah, I have a lot of digging for a while. But yeah, if you want to come help with that or just visit for a week or something, or I don't know, just send me a message and we can talk. As long as you're not a crazy psycho. Like the family you visited today, totally cool people. I like them. But I definitely have had some crazy psychos visit before. But yeah, send me a message. Let's see. You face your weird. What is your current top project? What is my current top project? I guess I'm at the point right now where I just finished, or I'm just at least wrapping up, dotting the T's and crossing the I's on 3 major projects. There was a tiger shark slicer, which is basically done. Like, I don't think I'm messing with it anymore. I think it's good for a while. The lumber mill, working spectacular. So that's pretty much done. I'll do some little tweaks and stuff as I go, but it's basically done. And then the zombie chopper, the little white boat, I just did a modification and, I might change the propeller a little bit, but it's basically done too. So I just got to a point where, yeah, I got 3 major projects done. So I'm kind of like figuring out what exactly I need to do next. And I think it's going to involve, well, there's the guest house, which I've kind of been working on for a while, because like every day I do a bit of this digging to flatten out the ground. So maybe I'll accelerate that, and instead of doing 10 wheelbarrows every day, maybe I'll do 20 or something. And then the other thing is figuring out how to get logs over here to the lumber mill from the jungle, where I have a big piece of land that's jungle. And I should be able to find enough logs just like laying on the ground. Or actually the best wood is always like dead standing wood that hasn't been destroyed by termites yet, but is dead, so it's dried out to some degree. And then, yeah, that's the best wood. Anyway, I need to figure out how to get the logs over here. So yeah, what was it? Figure out how to get the logs over here so I can cut the boards for the upper floors. I don't remember what the other thing I just said was, but also an ongoing thing that I've started to do more is planting more food. So that's like, my squash plants here that I'm starting inside, and I've already gotten a couple almost up to this size, and then I planted them outside, and they're not dead, they're still growing. So maybe I'll get some squash out of those, and I'm planting some other things. I've got some other banana trees going and some other fruit trees. I'm just like working on getting more things growing. So yeah, that stuff. How are you prepared for hurricanes? I'm not prepared for hurricanes. The last time a hurricane hit this country was, I think, 1964, if I remember correctly. But it was something like that. Like, it wasn't in my lifetime. So it's not that hurricanes never hit Panama, but it's a very rare occurrence. So I'm not super prepared. Like, this building should be able to survive a hurricane, although all the windows will be blown out for sure. Although if I know it's coming, I could do something about the windows before it gets here. But I am also kind of surrounded by trees. Like, I'm a little bit protected where I am. But yeah, I'm not particularly protected from hurricanes. Wait, I'm a crazy psycho. I can't come visit. Feels bad. Oh, your face, you crazy psycho. Peace, Jaimie. See you next week. Weird question. Have you ever seen a ghost or something paranormal? Not really. I mean, there have been times like when I was younger. I mean, there are times when I see something for a second, and then I take a closer look, and it's nothing, or it'll be like just a shadow or something. Um, but that's probably just my brain trying to recognize shapes in whatever's around the world. And every once in a while, you see a weird looking shadow, and it's like, oh, is that it? Oh no, it's just a shadow from a tree. But there's a chance it's ghosts. I don't know. But yeah, nothing exciting I can talk about. I mean, that I can think of even. Boom. Take the lumber mill over there. Easier to carry lumber mill. Easier to carry lumber mill to your island. No, it's not, because the lumber mill, first, it's huge. Second, the lumber mill is powered by a whole bunch of solar panels. So I would have to move all that too. And plus, if I take the lumber mill over there, I'm going to have to find some place I can put the solar panels while they actually get sun. Because in the deep jungle, there's a canopy. There is no sun getting in there. So I could cut with gasoline, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to bring logs over here, and I'll figure it out. There's going to be a way to do it. And I'll come up with something good, hopefully. Tomater says, take care, guys. Got to run. See you next week. Catch you later, Tomaters. And that sounds like a good time for me to take off. I've got a bunch of food sitting here that I'm supposed to eat for dinner because I didn't eat yet. And I hope everyone else has a good dinner or breakfast or lunch or midnight snack or whatever you're doing, wherever you are. Fourth meal. Oh, man, midnight snacks. That sounds delicious. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. And everyone have a great day. And I hope everything is going well in the world, even though not everything is ever going well in the world, but a lot of things are. Have a good week, Jaimie. I will do my best. Richard Goldstein. Okay. Signing off. Catch you later.